Damn, my teeth looking good. Wait, oh my god. Oh my
You
god.
use that whitening shit. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I
No,
was gonna
use no
say.
whitening shit on my damn teeth. Why?
I'm not gonna say nothing. I
All
could have said
right.
something that might get me in trouble. I got my headband on
I see.
for
Who
our
you
boy.
who you rocking there, good sir?
And
Rocking that what's the name? Riku?
Reki.
Ricky Ruka
God
Raka?
damn,
Ricky
it's like you're
Rocky Raccoon?
yeah.
Ricky Rocky Raccoon? Yeah. I know you're the name
Yes.
guy. You know you're the name guy, so that's your
I
job.
am not the name
You were
guy.
totally the name guy. He will forever be the name guy, no matter how much he butchers it and is fucking terrible.
Reki! Langa! Yeah.
Good, good. But yeah, so what are we reviewing today?
Skate Infinity or Skate
Woo!
the Infinity or
Skate the Infinity.
Skifinity or
Skatinity.
some something.
Something along those lines.
Something
We
like
are
that.
reviewing Skate the Infinity, and
It's Ska Infinity.
yeah, Skr with an
That's
eight.
well, I mean that's what it's got. Well, yeah.
SK8
Well, it's like an 8 and an
Infinity
infinity sign. They're
symbol.
trying to be creative.
So it's like super hip. Um, yeah, we're gonna review that today, and it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be awesome because the show is pretty fun, and it's nice and short because it's only 12 episodes. Technically
Good
13.
old quickie.
I don't count that 9.5 because that's a recap episode, like
Oh
standard.
yeah, no, it's 12 episodes.
Yeah, standard issue recap episode. We're not gonna go into that one because it's waste time. So
Yeah.
12 episodes technically. But yeah,
If you
do
can't tell
review.
by the title, it's about skating.
Yeah, I
In
my
case you weren't very observant.
my wife asked me what I was watching. I was like, Skate the Infinity. She's like, what is that? Ice skating? I was like, no, that's Yuri on Ice. And she goes, oh,
It's
what
Disney
is
on
it? I'm
Ice.
like, think about it. Skate the Infinity. So yeah, you gotta know
Yeah,
this
that's
shit,
true. I
bro.
guess there's other kind of skating, but usually that skateboarding is the more popular one. I feel like.
I was very impressed on how they managed to fully animeify, I guess you want to say,
Yeah,
the
that's
ability to or skateboarding. Like I enjoyed that. That was interesting. Like
that's true. I mean,
skateboard battles,
obviously, when you put anime with it, it turns into a little bit unrealistic shit. But
and by a little bit you mean a lot of it.
yeah, a
But
lot of it. But overall, it was believable enough to enjoy.
to keep me in the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good quick binge as well. A few hours. Got a few hours to spare. You're waiting to get your oil change or something or whatever. You're doing some
Yeah.
service in your car. Yeah, you definitely burn through a few episodes of this. It's really good. It's a fun.
Just be careful with. You might want to have headphones in
Yeah, definitely have headphones in because
because
yeah, homeboy Adam is
Adam.
a little sus.
They're all kind of a little sus, but you know.
Like not in a bad way. As far as like, okay, yeah, it's in a bad way. He's sus as fuck. Kind of getting Hisoka vibes from Hunter x Hunter from him, big time.
Sussy baka.
Sasibaka. Yeah, but the storyline is basically this dude, Riku Ruki Raki Rakaruki
Reki.
Reki. Yeah,
Ricky.
Ricky.
They always yell each other names.
Gunman. Yeah, Reki is a skateboarder. He's a kid, of course, because that's how all these shows are. He's a kid, he's a skateboarder. There's this new kid that comes into town. He's like half Canadian,
The
half
white boy.
Japanese, and it's the weirdest combo I've seen in a while in anime as far as like the whole half Japanese trope. So
Yeah.
half Japanese dad is either away on business and or is dead and ends
Dad's
up
dead.
yeah, and this one's dead. So okay, well I'm gonna go back to where I grew up.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
Oh yeah, that's what we do.
It's back where his mom grew up.
Yeah, his
His
mom grew
mom
up in
shit.
Okinawa, so now they're back in Okinawa, and he's having to give up snowboarding. There's no snow in Japan,
Well, he
apparently.
didn't.
So
He gave it up before they left
yeah, he gave up snowboarding
Canada.
because of his dad dying and whatnot, and
But they never explained how he died.
it wasn't really pertinent to the story. Just
I figured it was in a snowboarding accident, but you know,
I figured he
they
got
never said.
like he got ill and died, or like you said,
You're
got
right.
like wrapped around a tree or something, snowboarding accident. But yeah,
Back to the summary.
back to the summer. yeah, so they're in Japan now, and he's trying to fit in. And he's a little shy, and by little I mean he's super introverted. And he meets Reki, and
Ricky wears a headband in case you were wondering why I'm wearing
yeah,
it.
while he's wearing a headband,
That's what that was for.
he's
At
kind
the beginning.
it's a beginner
Cosplaying.
level cosplay. There you
I
go.
gotta find my skateboard somewhere.
And copious amounts of tech decks.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I saw it when they opened his drawer.
Tech
I
decks and
remember the good old days.
freaking an
Junior high.
infinite drawer full of specialty wheels that he made.
Got stickers all over
Yeah,
his desk.
stickers everywhere, posters, like
90s
standard
style.
issue like Skater Boy, right?
Yeah.
Soundtrack is phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, they did. That was nice.
But yeah, so wrapping up the summary, they get together. He finds out that Reki is in this like basically fight club, but for skateboarding, and it's just called S. That's it, just S. And I was waiting for more, thinking
For
that it was
secret.
secret, secret squirrel. So
Secret. And
yeah.
skating.
They skate, not for like pinks or anything. It's not like, I'll get your skateboard, bro. It's like there's no rules. You can like
But they just make shit up.
they just make shit up as they go. Like, I'm mad at you. I want to beat you, bro. Okay, cool. What do you want to bet? I want to bet your
Yeah, they just call it. They get a beef, is what they call it.
Yeah, they get a beef, a spontaneous beef. They could have never met each other from Adam, and all of a sudden, I got a beef with you, dog. And it's like, oh shit, okay. So, yeah, that's kind of the premise of the story.
It's like they are on a course that's meant for like freaking outdoor biking, but they're doing it on skateboards.
They're doing it on skateboards, and it's
dangerous shit.
Very dangerous and terrifying, and they don't believe in protective gear, which is interesting to me. And they're all very well versed.
Adam's shoulder pads were pretty protective.
No. Those were like
those were a fashion statement.
Yeah, so that was skater chic. Okay, that's what that was. So yeah, they're all averse to skating protection and whatnot, and apparently are all, if you know anything about skateboarding, they're all very well versed in both street and vert, and not one or the other.
Yeah,
so yeah, especially some of them being super young. Yeah, I found that really interesting. That it's kind of like mixed martial arts, but for skateboarding, because they could do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Only about like one of the damn characters was doing some mixed martial arts. He was playing baseball too with his skateboard.
Oh my god!
Which we'll get to later.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That made me hurt. Yeah. But character-wise, we have the standard bunch for a series of this nature. This is not technically a shonen. It's kind of a... it's just a sports anime.
Know what the hell you... Yeah, I guess... Yeah,
it's just... Yeah, it's more of a sports anime. It falls into the sports category loosely. It does have like the, give it your all kind of thing that shonen does, but not to the level of an actual shonen. So... And I wouldn't say it's geared towards...
Possible shit.
Yeah.
Well, near the end, but
near the end, of course. But yeah, it's overall just like a good sports anime. Big time bromance anime for sure though. Like kind of in the realm a la JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type bromance, but not that over the top. But it is a definite big bromance show. Like, you're doing great, brah. Like that kind of shit. And yeah, I'd say that's definitely big time bromance in various levels. Even with some of the rivals. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's hard to explain it properly as far as the level of bromance. There's the different levels of bromance.
A little bit on the edgy, sketchy side of things as far as
occasionally, right? Like, elaborate on that. Elaborate on.
They use some language that's a little bit on the I'm not sure if they're being just over dramatic or if he means what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like whole boy Adam and his whole finding his Eve and
all dudes.
His wedding. Yeah, it's all dudes, by the way. So with that being said, there is no waifu of the week this week. No. This week's a special version. We are doing a brofu of the week.
Yeah, brofu / husbando of the week / yeah, because it's all dudes.
Brofu
of the week. There's literally only like what
Well,
three women in the
there's
show
the
technically
chicks, yeah, but all of them are like not really any major any kind of
at
characters
all. They're just kind of like passive
that
world
mean
building
shit.
characters of like,
Yeah,
hey, they're family, and then the
yeah.
one cop, and then that's it.
So you want the honors of announcing the candidates?
Yes, we have multiple candidates for Brofu of the Week slash Husbando of the Week. Number one gonna be Joe. Joe is the Big Braun character. If they ever did a dub, I don't know if they did a dub for this show, it would most likely be voiced by the guy that voices All Might, Chris Sabat.
I think there was one dub. I think I saw it as an option.
As an option, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not, if he managed to not do that specific anime, I'd be very very surprised. Or that specific character, because Big Brawny, ladies man,
All
he
the women.
voices
Yeah.
the gigantic gorilla gigolo, as number two on the list calls him, Cherry Blossom. Good old Cherry Blossom.
I'm just kidding, just kidding.
Good old Cherry Blossom. So Cherry Blossom is a more refined
nerd.
Yes, super nerd. He is a master calligrapher and basically has like a tech company that digitizes calligraphy and stuff. And with the copious amounts of money that he has, apparently he has created a fully AI synced
Siri board.
Yeah, Siri slash Tesla skateboard that does everything and even comes with its own spoiler. So, yeah. Number three on the list is going to be Adam.
You can't leave out Adam.
You can't leave out Adam. It's a very over the top, very
flashy,
definite Spanish like cues again.
Bullfighter vibes.
Yeah, bullfighter vibes, a la Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter, for sure.
Ass.
Yeah, if you put the two of them together, you would definitely get like Calypso bullfighter vibes, Matador, etc., etc.
So yeah, so let us know your Brofu of the week. We'll announce ours near the end. If you've watched the show, obviously. If not, hurry up and get watching. It's quick, easy, no excuse.
Super quick. Few hours, like I said, you knock it out. And
if you're a shonen only, get out of your comfort zone and watch something new.
This would be a good bridge.
Pretty good.
Yeah, this would be a good bridge anime to get you out of your shonen hole.
So let us know. We'll let you know ours
shortly.
But
back to the breakdown. So, what did you think? Back to
the breakdown. Well, first off, Clown Boy Shadow. He's such a weird dude. Like,
yes,
he's a grown ass man that he basically wears clown makeup, and he's got that like shaved sides of his hair with just the carrot top.
Yeah,
he's like, but like when you see him in person out, because basically they all got secret identities in S almost. Yeah. Well, some of the grown-ups do. A lot of the kids don't. The Reki and Longa and stuff, they don't. But the grown-ups and stuff, they've all got their secret identities, and like Shadow's like this sweet guy that works at like a flower shop or something.
He's a massive like vulgar piece of shit out on the track, and then complete 180 whenever you meet him in his normal day job as a
his like, outfit. He like dresses like fucking Kiss. If that,
there you go.
That's what he dresses.
Yeah,
like
that's where his villain character on the track is inspired by.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And then you see him out in public, just doing his regular job, and
he's like in love with his boss at the flower.
Yeah, shop. At the flower shop. And he's like a master florist alongside her. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a good. That threw me off so bad. I was like, the hell?
Yeah, they definitely put in every type of person you could for this thing. You've got Buff Boy Joe, which I mean, his he's pretty chill and cool, and I like him a lot.
I like him. Like, he's not over the top. He's just
reasonable.
Like, he's a reasonable dude, and he's a successful reasonable dude because he owns an Italian restaurant in Japan.
When Shadow came and asked for ramen, he's like, "It's an Italian restaurant."
Yeah, he's like, "Dude, it's an Italian restaurant. What?" Yeah.
Stupid.
So, yeah, he's very successful, and is a ladies' man because he's tall, tan, and swole to the gills. Like, this dude is jacked. He's on the juice, definitely.
Yeah,
for sure. Man's calves is bigger than most people's thighs. Like,
Well, that's why he did his little kick move off the freaking wall.
It's a special move, the power break. Yeah,
Yeah, they threw in a couple special moves that I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't care how muscular you are. You're going that fast downhill,
He's going
your
a
legs
smooth 40.
snapping.
First off, you're going 40 plus miles an hour on just like not a longboard, like a regular skateboard.
On a dirt
Yeah, on a
road
dirt
too. Like,
track.
there's
So
no
dirt
way
and
in hell
gravel,
they were
like
going down that thing like that.
yeah. And the amount of times they bailed and didn't
Yeah.
break anything or die,
Yeah, no, like
yeah.
like they broke stuff in the show or broke and messed hurt
Yeah, like well,
themselves,
like
but at the
yeah.
same time I was like, yeah, finally. I was like, you know how much it hurts to fall on some of this shit? Like,
especially at the
especially going
speeds they're doing
downhill.
it. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like they're landing like scorpion style, like just full
Yeah.
blown. Yeah,
Like
like
they some flexible shits.
exactly. Their heels are
They do
kicking themselves
yoga
in the
on the
back of the
side.
head, and they're like, that kind of hurt. Like what? Yeah. So, yeah. So
Yeah, and
there's
then Cherry
Joe.
Blossom's a little femboy.
Berry Blossom is a beautiful power bottom. Okay, first off,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, he's well, that's the thing, dude. I didn't know it was all guys. Like at first when I saw Cherry Blossom, I thought it was a girl. When I saw shit, I
Yeah.
forgot the basically non Mia. Maya
Oh
Mia.
yeah, Mia.
That's a dude.
It's a whole ass dude.
Especially when the beach scene came up and
Yeah, and
he
you're
had no
like,
shirt. I was
oh,
like,
okay,
oh, I
that's a.
was debating whether that was a girl or not.
I immediately picked up dude just because of the
Well,
voice.
the voice was kind of deep, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just like a tomboy
Yeah,
girl kind of thing. And I was like, but then the beach scene, I was like, it is confirmed, it's a dude.
yeah, yeah. I got dude from Mia.
I
Mia's
was surprised they didn't put any girl characters in here. Like they went all dudes on the
they
skaters.
went full bromance for
Yeah,
this. They were like, nope, we're doing romance. We don't care. We're not trying to send any particular message other than tell a
yeah,
story, and that's it. Like,
which was good. I liked it. Started off interesting. It definitely went to a whole new level. But I did like how kind of just casual it was
yeah,
as far as like he was teaching Langa how to. So Langa's the I guess second main character, and he
yeah.
used to
That's
snowboard in Canada, but didn't know how to skate. And then like the first time he skated at the S, he just duct taped the board to his feet so that he could ride, and then ended up beating Shadow. I was like,
that
yeah,
was
okay,
yeah. That would never happen. A B.
yeah.
The amount of broken things like
Well, it's funny because he was like, "Give me a push," because he
he
was like sitting there, starting just standing there because you can't
was
kick
trying to
off when you got
scoot
it
and nothing
taped.
was happening.
Yeah,
Oh man. Quick
yeah, they,
sidebar. Speaking of the
yeah,
whole him having his feet duct tape thing, so it's like the super epic scene the night before, and then like Ricky meets up with him the next day, and he's like, "Hey, show me that thing you did." And he's like, "All right, cool." He instantly bails, and then he's like,
yeah,
"Oh, well, let me try it again." Tries it again, and it like gets all intense, like he's gonna turn at that
yeah,
corner, and slams into the wall.
yeah.
Like the
No,
music shifted and everything, it got all super intense, and a bow. I was like, "Oh my god! All right,
they did a good job of mixing in like the comedy with the serious. Like
yes,
everyone was still comical, and I actually liked. They actually had a lot of comedy in it, as far as
yeah."
like it's a good comedy mix into it as well, without through the whole story. But then it was serious when it needed to be.
Yeah, like it didn't overdo it. It gave me
It's just stupid stuff. It
yeah,
fit the
like
characters too.
it was good character development and quick character development that was done
Yeah.
properly.
Well,
This
I
is
like
things that
how
I
like
praise. Like,
nonchalant Lango was. Like he was
yeah,
just like, "Yeah, I'll accept your challenge.
yeah,
I
sure,
don't know
let's
what I'm
try
doing,
this.
but
Like, it's good because
I could die." Oh, okay.
yeah, I could die.
Yeah,
Nah,
we're
it's
good.
fine. I mean, I snowboarded for 15 years of my life, so what's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen here? It's like I fall in
Which that was
snow.
one thing I was questioning. He was like, "Oh, I started when I was like 2." And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you didn't."
I mean,
Like
he might have, as far as like like his dad holding him and like on a little tiny
pushed him
board.
down the hill.
Yeah,
Go, bitch.
exactly. Like, yeah, there you go, figure it out.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, like he snowboarded for 15 years, and just watching him translate that into skateboarding was pretty cool.
I
Um,
liked all their backstories too. Like everyone's
yeah,
kind of like Mia's like the be getting the pressure from to be good and stuff from her family and people, and then getting abandoned by her friends because she was or he. Sorry, I keep saying she. I really feel it looks like a she,
he's
dude.
dead set that me is a
It's a,
female.
even if it's a transition, it's At one point, it's a she.
It is a
Either
whole
way,
ass he.
yeah. Well, that's fine. But either way, Mia was like lost his friends. I'm gonna keep fucking that up.
It's gonna keep happening.
Mia lost his friends because he ended up being way better than him, and they got jealous and all that shit. And then it was cool how they brought them all together because like they all didn't start as friends, but then the story kind of developed to where they were all. It was
Yeah,
everyone against Adam.
pretty much.
Who
Yeah,
is bullfighter app? Who's like the guy who started S, I guess. It's supposed to be this like godlike skater.
yeah. He created it, and then
I'm gonna say, yeah,
Joe and Cherry helped him found it, and
they
then
were his friends. Yeah.
yeah, they were his friends. They were all three badass skaters, and then he just kind of like superseded them, and it's like you're pathetic, pretty
Well,
much.
he got like, I'm gonna say it. That dude takes skating way too seriously.
Too fucking seriously.
Like he started hurting people on purpose with it, and was like obsessed with finding someone who could keep up with him. And
Yeah,
and
and then
and
would
what's
test
funny
them,
is
and
in
then
the
like
background is
have them
he's
like
like
roll
this
off of cliffs
rich
and
elite.
shit. Like
Oh yeah, no, that was. But he's like this rich elite in the background that's
yeah,
like skates and stuff, which is like total opposite worlds.
he has this
But I
like
did,
super rich family that he's from, and they basically beat him into being like the perfect candidate for Congress or whatever the fuck party that he's in, politically.
which I kind of felt, which was kind of cool though. Cool, I say cool, but it was a nice part of the story was like how you could feel for him though, even though he was kind of the asshole bad guy. There really wasn't a
Yeah,
bad guy, but
he was
he
the
was the
quote unquote
bad
big
guy.
bad. Yeah,
But like you could still feel for him because he was basically abused.
hmm
Like, and that's why he had like that. He was as kind of numb to hurting people because he was in his mind. The way he was taught is he's being hurt because we love you,
yeah,
and it's like, no, fam, that's not how that works.
yeah. He
So
had a rather skewed view on love.
yeah, so
But
that
skating
which
was his escape because the servant family that was in the house, the kid from said servant family,
Tadashi,
yeah, Tadashi, uh,
Tadashi,
taught him how to skate, and then he just fucking ran with it. That was
Kikuchi.
really good. Kikuchihara. But yeah, the quote unquote servant dude is pretty much a secretary at this point. Um, helped him learn how to skate, and then the family was like, "This is for peasants. This is only what this is what poor people do. You
Yeah.
have a name to uphold." And yeah,
Well, and I felt bad for him too, but what? Okay, it was kind of weird at the end how he was kind of like I don't know. He seemed to have a thing for
he
Adam.
first again
He
strong,
Roman.
powerful Hisoka vibes, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
like he was
good
definitely
lord.
on that. Like he was treated like shit. Like he called him Adam called him dog and stuff and all that. And it's like,
Oh,
and
you
he's
mean Tadashi, not fucking
no, yeah, I'm talking about
Longa.
Tadashi.
Okay,
Yeah, but
sorry.
Tadashi had like at the end you saw when he was like blushing and shit from
Yeah,
when Adam
we call
was
that Stockholm
finally
syndrome.
no for real though. Like he
That
was
was
like, oh
scary.
yeah, I was like, okay, dude, he's been abusing you the whole time. And
Yeah.
you were gonna step up to him and then you back down
And then
because
you're
you
like, oh, I'm sorry.
Longa can do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. Longer you do it. I've known him too long. Meh. He actually
Yeah.
loves skating. He just needs somebody to guide him. Only you can do it. Meh. Ooh woo,
Yeah.
head ass.
Which there was a nice that short section where Reki started getting jealous of Longa too, because Reki's not that Reki's good at like he's really good at like building the boards and knowing all about the boards and stuff, but he's just not as talented when it comes to skating, and he
Yeah,
eventually
like
got
he's no
jealous of Longa.
slouch. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. He's yeah. Don't get it twisted. He's not. He's by no means a slouch. He's a damn good skater. He's just not like this like super over the top savant at skating. Like,
Well, yeah,
uh,
if you watch the show and see some of the garbage that these guys do, it's like, yeah, no one can do that.
yeah, it's like that's not possible, but okay, cool. Anime
Yeah.
logic, cool.
Yeah, no, it was they threw some well, like how Shadow was like throwing firecrackers and shit at people. It's
Some
like
hoe
this
ass
is
shit.
some dirty shit right here.
The
Well,
laser pointer. I'm like,
that's
that's
what I
some
was
hoe
saying
ass shit,
earlier
man.
is like how Adam was like went in with that full like he turns around from going downhill, jumps off his skateboard and like basically batters up. And just home runs
Yo,
Cherry Blossom.
the disrespect. The
Yeah, it's like,
absolute
dude,
disrespect, bro.
it's like people, dude, that could kill someone. Like
He would have taken his
hitting,
fucking he would have broke his face.
you hit him good enough right in the nose, you'll kill him.
Yeah, and
Like,
he went like he put the hips into it and everything, dude. With this
oh
dude
yeah,
coming in
he's
full fucking speed, he's like, all right, bet, yak him.
Naruto running, but with two
Ooh.
hands on one side and the skateboard behind him instead. Like just
Dog, that
home run.
I was trying to figure out how the fuck my man's was still conscious after that, cause
Yeah.
what?
And then on top of that, the speed he was going downhill to just stop like that.
Yeah, he's going like 40
Yeah.
plus miles an hour
I don't know if
straight
he'd be
into
able
a
to
fucking
skate
skateboard.
again. Yeah.
I don't think he'd be able to breathe again. Like,
I don't think you'd be able to brake like that. Like him turning around like that,
no, there's no
stopping,
way.
and then just running. It's like even he couldn't. But
First off,
anyway,
there's no way physically.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's not.
it's not a thing.
But it's an anime.
It's an anime logic and anime physics.
That is the good. That is one of the beautiful things of anime is that over exaggeration you can get,
Yep.
which I appreciate. The show would have been boring otherwise, honestly.
If it
Like
would have been
without that
solely
over the
like
top stuff, cool
yeah,
stuff to see. Yeah,
like they include technical stuff with skateboarding, but if it would have
which
been
is cool.
solely
Yeah,
just that, then I would have been kind of
they
bored.
put some actual logic behind it. It's exaggerated logic, but it's still
Yeah,
logic.
like
So
it takes some
easy to
fundamentals of
follow.
like how to do an ollie, like on a snowboard versus a skateboard. That was a cool little
Yeah.
comparison they did with that little graphic, stuff like that. So how to grind, how to do rail slides, and all that shit. It's like that's badass. Some of the things that they were doing again, even on like the as Mia says, like level 1 and 2, it's not happening if you're going downhill. Sorry, that's you're not doing weeble wobbles and nose manuals going 50 miles an hour down a hill. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, like one little rock,
Exactly,
and you're done.
Yeah, and it's not like the track is monitored for rocks and fucking cracks in the ground.
Yeah, it's a road to an abandoned factory. Or
exactly.
Something.
So yeah,
It's like either way, it's a cool show. Like just as far as like, I like all the characters and they put actual depth to all of them. Like I said, for a 12, it wasn't like some super deep anime.
No, it doesn't have multiple seasons. It's not like trying to build this massive world. It's 12 episodes of just fun.
Honestly, it hit just right. Like it was short, but they didn't try and make it too deep, but they still put enough in there to where you could feel for the characters and kind of relate to them and actually build something there.
Even
like it hit the spot for me.
even the Reki, pouty phase thing. I was like, how the fuck long is this gonna go? Like,
well, and it was only like 2 or 3 episodes.
It was like 2 episodes, two and a half. But the way they reconciled it was badass. I was very happy that they weren't gonna do some like super long drawn out like I love you, man. It was more like, hey, fuck it, let's just skate, bro. Like let's just get this out and get
which is how bros do things anyways. It's like let's just either we fight it out and we're good, or
we just fucking squash it.
Doing
like,
whatever.
Hey, I was being stupid, whatever. And then
especially
he's just
in sports. Yeah. Especially in sports. You just like, oh, let's
And he told him, it was good that change in character for Longo, because he was like, look, man, like I appreciate everything you've done. You taught me that I could enjoy something again, basically. And just broke.
And he realized where he got his rush from.
Yeah,
because he had that weird like little feeling thing where he was like,
he's like
good when he was in the zone of feeling like that motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was fun.
It was cool to see.
Skating is fun.
Skating's fun, dude. You can do it anywhere. Do it infinitely, hence the title.
I liked how all the characters, they did do a title drop later when Reki and Long, but I was like, okay, but it was cool how like all the characters like came from different backgrounds.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of that. That they all had their own stories. They gave enough history for each character to not only understand their motivations, but also to get a sense of their personality and understand.
But it's also like, everyone can do it. It's not something reserved for one type of people.
And that was another that's what I was getting at with the third point there of, it kind of wraps everything together of these are wildly different walks of life coming together to enjoy the same thing.
Exactly.
And I mean literally from a fucking child or a child like prodigy that does tricks and basically like trick shows and whatnot, and is a world medalist and gonna join the national team to just like a regular everyday punk in Ricky
Yeah.
to a freaking politician that's
Yeah,
apparently one
no
of the
kidding.
greatest
Like
skaters on around.
a
So
chef, an
yeah, a
artist.
chef, an artist, a florist. Like I love the fact that they
Yeah.
combined all of these like mundane things and turned them into like fucking superheroes at night when it came to
I
skateboarding.
like that episode where they were going to the hot spring and then
Oh
all
my
those
god,
like
yes.
the mud characters. That was just a pure comedy episode, really.
That was.
But
I
it was
love it
funny.
whenever they throw episodes like that in there, and I appreciate the fact that they managed to do that in such a short time frame. Normally, you get beach episodes and like hot spring or resort episodes like 17, 18 episodes into like a regular like 24 something. They did that in a 12
Yeah.
episode, and it fit, and it was
Well,
fun.
yeah, it fit because it was like when Reki was recovering from hurting his arm and stuff,
Exactly,
and everyone was just kind of taking a break and getting away.
and
And it
that's
was
where they
like,
start like bonding slowly. Like
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
and it's the full group of like, okay, here are all the mains that we're going to be dealing with from now or from
Yeah.
moving forward. Here's something just to kind of take a breather from all this skate action. Yeah,
Yeah. And they're still
and they're
skating
still
and shit,
skating,
but
of course, because you know there's hardcore skaters, bro.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Hang loose.
but wrapping things up here.
Yeah, we got to
Overall,
do our brofu of the week.
yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do our overall scoring here. So,
Yeah. All right, brofu of the week. It's all you this week. Brofu.
the week. The bro for the week is
We've agreed, but
most definitely going to be that fucking man meat mountain, Joe.
Well, you're sounding a little sus here. Baga.
You know, you just look at him and you're like, that's a man.
You're not fangirling like the cherry blossom.
Oh my god, Cherry!
Lord Cherry.
Oh my god. Every time I saw that, I was like, Lord, okay.
We're going for a bit. Okay.
All
All right, so winner is Man Meat Joe.
Man meat, man meat mountain. Sus. It'll be all right. We're good.
Don't.
Yeah. So congrats to Joe for winning this week, and
The special brofu of the week.
special edition brofu of the week. Y'all want more brofus? We'll most likely end up watching more anime that is more bro.
Maybe I just don't watch enough sports anime, but I feel like having mostly like pretty much all guys is a hard thing to find in anime.
Haikyuu.
At least from what I've seen.
Free the diving or the swimming one. And there's a few of them that are like super broed up.
Maybe the sports ones are more.
Yeah,
like
I think the sports one are just more broed up than anything.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have a continuous brofu if we get into the more sporty ones.
Indeed. Apparently, that's a whole genre that I've realized is apparently really badass, according to reviews and stuff that I see online for sports anime. So
yeah, well, it's funny. Actually, before I even knew what the show was, I saw a TikTok about the part where Adam was doing the uphill love hug or something.
Yeah,
I saw that actual like clip of that before and I was like, I don't even know what the hell this is.
same.
And then it popped up. I saw his character come into the show. I was like, all right, I've seen this shit. I know where we're going now.
Yeah, I saw that in a TikTok as well, and I was like, "What the hell is this? I gotta watch this shit." Like,
yeah. So, what's your rating?
I'll go over all the things that I like first, and then I'll get
Yeah.
my rating because I'm gonna mix it up because normally I just give my rating, and then y'all can understand.
Playing hard to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you guys wait for it this time.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Basically. So overall, great soundtrack. Holy shit, soundtrack was badass. I enjoyed it. It constantly was a bop. You know, I was constantly just bebopping my head. I think it was one of the few shows where I just didn't skip the beginning. Or the intro song, didn't skip it. It was a bop, and it's from it's by Root Alpha or whatever, the band that does the outro for Doctor Stone. So, or season 1 Doctor Stone. You don't give a shit about all that. That's fine. I do.
I just don't know about it. No one said I didn't give a shit. I just don't know about it.
But yeah,
You're
that's
supposed to be my guide to the world of anime.
I will continue to be your anime Sherpa.
Yes.
It's
Show me the way.
It's a bop. It's about the just kind of like intermediary music, the battle music, all that stuff was just really good. Animation was on point. Even with the CG, that was on point with as far as like the tracks and stuff. That was on point. There were some points where it was a little sketch, but I mean, smaller studio. I said, yeah, smaller studio. I'll go with smaller studio on that one because The publisher was Aniplex. It wasn't. I don't remember what the name of the actual studio was. It's very small, but they did a damn good job as far as that was concerned. Character building was great. Even the supporting characters were great. Uh, the struggle between the two friends, that was great. That got resolved properly. Story beats were good. There weren't any points where I was like, let's get there.
Yeah.
Overall, I would give this a most definite 8.5 out of 10 for sure.
All right, all right. All right, well, I guess I'll go over what I liked. Same thing. Music track, pacing was good. I didn't like feel bored at all or like, okay, this is even on the one episode that they took a break from the main story
Mm-hmm.
with the spa thing. I liked it all the way through. The characters were good, not too deep, but deep enough to where you actually it felt good to watch. And for 12 episodes, it was good for 12 episodes. For 12 episodes, they did just enough, but they didn't try to do too much, but it wasn't too shallow to where I just didn't give a crap. So I honestly, actually in the same boat. I was gonna go close to that 8.5 out of 10.
Perfect. Yep.
It's a good quick one. It's honestly it surprised me when you brought it up to watch, and I saw that I looked it up and looked at the title. I was like, I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
I was kind of questioning it what we were getting into, and
Yeah.
honestly, it ended up being a pretty darn good show for a nice, quick, small anime. So
Look, man,
I would recommend.
I try to find good ones for us, man.
Yeah.
I try, I take some random shots in the dark here and there, Kikoku.
Yeah,
But even that one wasn't bad, like
yeah,
per se.
no.
It wasn't bad. It was just kind
So
of
we've been in
unexpected.
the like I said, good show. I like it. I like hitting the kind of those like hidden little gems
Yep.
that aren't like the mainstream of everything, but so I'd recommend it highly
Indeed.
recommend it. Check it out if you've got a quick little second to watch a short anime and just want to take a break from the normal stuff. But that'll do it.
That'll definitely do it. I think that's
It's a,
it's a good place to go on
it's a
ahead and wrap
wrap.
it up.
Hit us up on the socials. Let us know your brofu of the week. Let us know of any other animes. Even if you've got some diamonds in the rough, and even if it's a big one, see if we there. I mean, I'll watch some big ones too. I know there's a lot I've got to catch up on big ones and popular ones.
Same.
Like I've seen a bunch of people like, oh, this is a big one. This is cool, and I'm like, I've never seen that. So
I'm definitely looking at some more longer anime for us to watch. We have a couple in mind. We will not spoil that here. That's one thing we won't spoil is our
or
schedule.
later.
But I, yeah, we're gonna be looking at some gems that are out there, um, and I will be discussing with young Colson here soon.
Soon.
Go over that schedule and get you guys some more outstanding top tier grade A content.
Well, yeah, duh. But give us a love hug and call it a day. Yeah, be careful where you watch this shit at, because especially if you're doing it in English, be careful because
Love hugs, love hotels.
some of the wording and the way they're voice it, it's
Uh,
kind of you might be questioned by people who do not are not in the realm of anime,
you may be asked to leave.
because there's some questionable like
But there's nothing bad
tone.
is actually happening. It's
It just sounds
it
bad.
just sounds bad if you have zero context.
It's like one of those moments where you're like, no, I promise it's not hentai.
And then you hear, is this a love hotel? It's a love hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, our marriage. Yeah. So
The dogs are
barking.
cute.
Gotta love them.
You need to get
They're
out of
pissed. Yep. Like, hurry
here.
up.
Leaving that fucker in there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Shut up. All right. Cool. That'll end it this week. Hopefully
Indeed.
y'all check it out and tune in for all the weeks to come of good old schmanime.
Indeed. All right, y'all.
Peace out.
Later.